Hey everybody, welcome to the Roundtable, brought to you by Lzuruha. I'm Daddy P, not 3D, joined as always by Carnage64. How you doing tonight, buddy?
I'm doing good, man. How are you?
Good, good. Well, this was a pretty good war. I think we had some people step up, and a lot of people. We're getting a lot better as a clan. I could definitely tell just learning the game as I go. Everybody seems to be getting a little better. Why don't you take us right into it?
All right. Well, as you said, this was a very good clan war. It actually was one of. It came down to total destruction percentage again. We've had a couple of these, not so much lately, but this was a very close war. That came down to, as you said, a couple people stepping up to the plate to take care of a couple bases that others weren't able to. So we're going to start with our attacks, as we usually do. And an attack I want to look at to start with would be our number 12, Miss Fortier again, doing an attack on their number 11. And I believe it's a Town Hall 8 against another Town Hall 8. So let's jump right in and take a look.
Alrighty.
So what it looks like she's doing is going to take out one anti-air and have a healing potion. Now, I used healing potions as well, so I actually agree with this strategy. Some people prefer haste. I actually prefer the healing, just because sometimes I feel I can keep a couple dragons alive more than using the haste.
I recently just kind of started doing this as well. And I think it's a good strategy. If you don't feel like you can take out more than one anti-air with what you have available, or it's, you know, the other two or other three that are left are they gonna take you out anyway, healing is a really good way to keep your dragons alive.
And that angle that she used was perfect because her balloons are able to kill one of the anti-air and also soak a black mine, which is very important because those things do a lot of damage to the dragons. They one-shot a balloon, yes, but it's better for one balloon to soak that than a dragon. And then she attacked the other anti-air that was right in the same area. So it's the perfect angle of the attack. And the dragon just kind of fly up there. Now, the clan castle units do come out, but she does have a healing potion to heal through this should she want to.
It looks like she just activated the... Oh, yeah. There you go.
Yeah, she activated the Barbarian ability. It looks like to soak up damage by the units that came out of the clan castle.
Right.
And, yeah, wow.
Solid use of the healing potion. Just definitely get you through the rest of the map.
Yeah, really good, solid attack. Very well done. Alright, the next one that we're going to look at is Sexual Penguin's attack against their number 6, which I believe is also another Town Hall 9. And Penguin was actually upgrading his Barb King during this, so it was a little bit harder for him to do, but he was still able to 3-star it, so let's take a look.
And you can see, you know, you guys have watched a lot of these videos, and you do not see a lot of Town Hall 9s that look like this.
Yeah, this is a very good
This is a pretty upgraded Town Hall 9. This is not rushed whatsoever. I mean, this base has better stuff than my base has, and I'm a Town Hall 10.
Yeah. And also, Penguin is our strongest Town Hall 9 at the moment, so it's good for him to be able to do these attacks. It looks like he's utilizing some witches. That's interesting.
That's a new character, isn't it?
Well, it's not new, but it recently got a buff, so you never really saw them all that much prior to now, but they're not that new, no.
You can see him taking advantage of the hogs, as we've brought that up before. They just go right through and romp through all the defenses.
Yeah. Main objective of the hogs is to take out the defenses and also avoid the bombs. But you see, like, a couple hogs activated the bombs, and that's good. It allows them to have all the hogs kind of come in now, and the big giant bombs have been blown up. And he's still got a healing potion to use on his hogs too once they clump up in the center there and take out those crossbows.
Yeah, pretty solid attack. I mean,
yeah.
I can't lie. I mean, as somebody that's done basically dragon type stuff since I started, the type of ground attack that it takes to defeat a base like this is extremely impressive.
Yeah.
It's a little scary to think. I mean, I'm eventually going to have to do something like this, I'd imagine.
Oh yeah,
move up any higher.
I think dragons start to fall off near the Town Hall 9, Town Hall 10, but don't be so sure about that. I do have a surprise for you later, Dan, that might surprise you on that. But it's really just your personal preference. I think if you know how to make the units work, you can probably make the units work.
Well, I've learned pretty much all my attacking skills from Dissy, who does the same stuff I do, just in a better way. So, I mean, as long as she's doing it that way, I'll probably be doing it that way.
Yeah, I mean, she's a good person to take advice from. So, that was Penguin's attack. Very solid, very important hit. What that allowed us to do, Dan, was free up Dizzy's attack to hit their number 1. But I'm not going to get into that quite yet. But it is very important, because we're going to look at your attack next, which also allowed that to happen. So we're going to look at your attack on number 4. This is, I believe, your first time hitting a Town Hall 9, and you were able to 3-star it. So I want you to take us through it right now.
Well, it was a little scary. I generally, as you guys have seen by the videos, you don't see a lot of my attacks because they are on lower bases, more of a cleanup crew type situation, since I can easily beat Town Hall 8s and anything below that, you know, without too much trouble. So when they said I should attack this one, I mean, as you go into the base, I mean, it's got the same type of setup as the last one we looked at. And I guess strategy going into it, you can see I upgraded to level 7 lightning. So I have the highest lightning that you can get right now. So I knew I at least wanted to take out 2 anti-airs and bring one of the other ones down fairly significantly, as much as I could without that. And, you know, just going from there and just going from the top. Reason for that other anti-air is right there, meaning 2 steps into the fight, my dragons are going to take that out. And you can tell by the base, he knew that was the plan. There's a lot of hidden Teslas right there, but, you know, they're just overpowered at that point.
Right.
You know, drop the healing spell just to kind of bring everybody back up to starting HP as I go through the base.
Very solid so far from what I'm looking at.
If you see on the right side, I kind of cheated my heroes to the right side to try and kite that anti-air out of there before the dragons even got near it.
Yeah.
As I knew if I got rid of that, the rest of the base would not be simple by any means, but would be a lot easier if I didn't have to worry about that.
I think you're right on that.
And yeah, as we progress through, it's mostly just, you know, little traps and towers kind of going from there. Not too much to worry about for this level of dragon.
Right. Well, it did look like a very impressive attack. What I would only suggest to you maybe is experiment and see, like, in your farming, how much, like, say if you ask Dizzy to give you a level 4 EQ potion, see how much damage you do to a one of those fully upgraded anti-airs in the Town Hall 9 with one of your lightnings and maybe that EQ potion and maybe another EQ potion, because if you do that, maybe you'll have another extra potion, like a healing if you want, or a rage potion.
Well, we had kind of talked about with the level 7 lightning can take out any anti-air with 2 of them.
Okay.
Any of the anti-air ones are there. So I can carry 5 of the lightning and then 1 EQ, and then I can obviously get the other fully upgraded EQ from Dissy. Right. So we've been kind of discussing if that would be enough to almost take out a 3rd anti-air right away.
And then if you attack on the point that their last anti-air is, you might be able to take out all 4 without losing any dragons.
Right, exactly. But the problem we keep running into is the higher the base, there's a lot of other stuff going on, and if you don't have anything else to soak or to heal a little bit, one wrong path and you're still going to have a problem.
You might want to think about throwing in some lava hounds then into your attack. So maybe sacrifice a dragon or 2 and grab lava hounds to soak up some of those towers that are left.
Not a bad idea.
Yeah. While the dragons are just going in, the lava hounds move very quickly too. So they can kind of catch up to the dragon location, and then they'll start soaking for you. So, I mean, just a lot of stuff to experiment with, but I think you have to upgrade your Dark Barracks so you can do that.
I think I might be high enough to have them at this point. I know I have a couple of things upgrading right now. I'll have to look at it after the video.
That's good. You might also want to think about having the Lava Hound be one of your clan units, the clan castle units, instead of an extra dragon and a balloons. Maybe you could do a Lava Hound and a balloon and use the Lava Hound.
Right.
All right. So now, that was a very good attack, though, Dan. That was vital in our war, which is why we really went over it. And now we're going to look at Jarrett's attack on their number 3. So let's take a look at what he did here. So this is
All right.
another. This is a Town Hall 10, very intimidating base. Alright, starting off with the Queen Walk, and ooh. I don't know if that killed any of the, I think it might have killed one healer. I don't know if that screwed him up a little bit, but he just so happened to spawn his healers right on top of anti-air balloons, and I don't know how much they did to him. But yeah, I don't know if that that affected it too much, but we'll take a look.
Right. It's just interesting to see this. You know, we talked about it earlier, guys, about ground attacks and things like that. And look at the different amounts of troops that he has in there. I mean, this is a very well calculated type thing. I mean, to think you only need 1 wizard and 20 of these and 3 of these and 4 of that, you know what I mean? It's just, it's impressive. You can tell Jar's been playing quite a bit.
Oh yeah, definitely. He's trying so hard to keep that queen up, she just could not stay up. I do think, though, if that queen would have been able to stay up, this would have been a cakewalk from this point on.
Right.
I don't know if I don't know what else he could have done. I think maybe it was the fact that one of the healers did die. That could have caused it, because healers can't heal each other. So when that black mine went in there, along with a couple of the other mines, I do believe it killed at least 1, if not 2, of his healers. It's kind of hard to tell with them clumped up right now to see just how many are up. I'll be able to kind of figure out now. Yeah, no, it was definitely only 1 that was killed. So, but that 1 might have been enough to keep that archer queen up. You never know.
Very interesting base layout for that, to put your town hall at the bottom there. I mean, obviously a design to get less than 2 stars, hopefully, for someone. But
well, it's actually what it looks like this base is doing is it's a 2-star base. It's meant to be 2-star and nothing more, is what the general idea I think of it is. In general, when you do that, you're setting it up like, okay, you're going to get damage and you're going to get my town hall, but, you know, I'm not going to let you get 3 stars is typically how that'll go.
Well, it's very spread out, so it would take,
Yeah.
I mean, with this type of attack, it would take quite a bit of troops to get rid of everything.
Yep, and they might be wondering, like, why, you know, the attack's already done, why even bother sitting there? It's because total damage is very important, especially in this war. So getting every percentage a point in damage is very important. All right, we're going to go
especially when you only win it by a couple percent by the end.
We're going to go into Lord's attack, which was a 90% hit on their number 2. Now, this base is less than the one that Jared hit, I would say. Look at these walls. I think that what gave this guy his war weight could have been a couple of his defensive structures, but his walls are much easier to hit than the one that Jared did.
Yeah, he's only got level 12 heroes. And, you know, like you said, his walls aren't even anywhere near the last base. So, I mean, there's got to be...
The war weight thing is kind of weird sometimes, the way they go. They put a lot of stock in heroes, but as we pointed out, this guy that Lord is attacking doesn't have very high-level heroes, so we know that wasn't the case in this matter. So, there must have been some very good structures that were upgraded, and the guy's just probably... not really worried about his walls, but in ground attacks like these, walls are actually very important.
Right. We got a level 40 queen, though, just take stuff out with 2 shots. I mean, that's just incredible.
Yeah, and as you saw, Jared's queen was level 35. He's actually been really training it hard, trying to get it up higher, because he knows that that's a big part of his attack, and it would help him a lot.
Oh yeah, they do so much damage. I mean, the game is theoretically built around them. So, I mean, having top level ones doesn't hurt you at all.
Exactly. See, and I do think that maybe it might have been a better choice of him to use that freeze potion on the Inferno towers that were killing his bowlers, because the bowlers are a huge part of this attack. And he lost quite a few because the Inferno Towers don't allow your units to get healed. And so the bowlers went down in large numbers, unfortunately. And see, now
Queen
you see,
is just still going.
yeah, the queen is, just so you know, every other unit is dead. This queen is going to get another 17% on her own. That's how big this queen is. I'm gonna fast forward just a tad bit here, and now he's starting to, yeah, so you can see him just kind of clean up all the bases. The queen's not gonna die, he's just gonna actually run out of time in this attack. None of the the defense that this guy has left could actually kill that queen. So that base would have been a 3-star had he had another 30 seconds maybe.
Right.
But yeah, I do think that his biggest, that the biggest thing that caused him not to 3-star that base was losing the bowlers in such a large clump to that Inferno Tower. Alright, so now comes actually the most important attack of this war that we had. And a big reason why we pointed out Penguin's attack and Peanut's attack was because they gave a chance for Dizzy, who normally cleans up Town Hall 9s and such like that, that are problems for our other guys, to actually have an attack on their number 1, which our top 2 guys could not get a star on. So let's take a look at Dizzy's attack against their number 1.
You can see right away, you see a very menacing structure in the middle.
That is
the
the
Eagle Artillery, which is only available at Town Hall 11.
Yeah.
Which we currently don't have any players at Town Hall 11.
So you can see, this is why I said, don't worry, don't count your chickens before they're hatched on the ground army, Dan, because ground army could not get a star on this guy, and Dizzy's coming in with her dragons and is going to be able to get a star and almost 2-star this base. You can see balloons being a big part of this, using a rage potion so they can get in there as quickly as possible.
Right.
I'm also almost wondering if a freeze potion might not have been useful here, but I think she definitely needed as many of those lightning potions as she could in order to eliminate some of the anti-air on the way in.
I've seen some attacks on the Town Hall 11s, and it seems like freezing the Eagle is a solid maneuver.
Ah,
Because
I didn't even think, yeah.
It does a lot of damage. I mean, it's...
Yeah, and it homes in, so even if your units are moving, they're not going to move out of the radius.
Right. Yeah, it's the most expensive structure for a reason.
Yeah.
Because it's ridiculous.
So that was very nearly a 2-star attack. It was a very important attack, and could not have won the war without that attack. So very nice job by Dizzy, I feel.
Well, let's move on to defense, shall we?
Yeah, alright, I'll get to you a couple defenses for us. We didn't have the best job done this time around, but we're going to take a look at Dizzy's 1-star on their number 3 first. So let's take a look at this. So this is a dragon balloon attack.
Dragon balloon lava hound.
Yeah. So see, this is how, you see how those lava hounds work? They just go right for the anti-air cannons and tank it for you. So that's what I'm suggesting for maybe some of your hits on Town Hall 9s in the future wars.
Yeah.
You can utilize those a little bit. After you use some lightning to kill them, there you go. So see, this guy opted for freezing rather than blowing up anti-air. So let's see how that works. It looks like he's, the dragons are kind of ignoring that town hall.
Got one holding it on a little bit.
Yeah, but that Inferno Tower is going to be annihilating those dragons soon. Yep. They're chasing the hero, which is very nice. You want to have your heroes kind of placed in an area of defense like that, because then, look at that, they kind of just chase the heroes around, while the town hall, it's like, hey, can I please just hit this instead? I really want to hit that.
Right.
But
and then one dragon left coming from the side that anti-air easily dispatches that. You just got this lone Barb King at the bottom left.
I'm kind of fast-forwarding through as he's swinging at the sea, and that's why I said the walls are very important. Because look at that, as he's spending this entire time trying to knock out that lava wall, the Inferno Tower is just like, nah, dude, Come on. It's not gonna happen.
Yeah, you're done. Please go away. Next.
So that's why walls are actually very important, because had that not been lava walls, he could very easily have broken in and possibly been able to finish off the town hall. You never know. All right, then the last defense I want to look at is Jared's defense against their number 1, which was a 50% 2-star, which means this guy barely did it. And remember, this is a Town Hall 11 right here. This guy has some very strong abilities.
Yeah, you see a lot of flaming numbers at the bottom of this stuff, and as if you guys remember, that means they're maxed out.
Yeah. Now he is doing something different. He's using a lot of witches and wizards. Now witches did get a buff recently, so let's see how he utilizes them. Oh, I see. He made a mistake. Those did you see the kamikaze skeletons go in and not be able to blow up the wall?
Yeah.
He didn't time it right, and I believe they got killed by the mortar hit before
they were supposed to blow up that wall, and he would run all the way to the town hall, if I'm correct, right?
Yep.
Yeah. And he just got Inferno Towers doing work.
Yep. Getting frozen now.
Yes. As soon as I say that.
But see, he's got a lot of freezing potions up. He's got even one more to use.
He's probably going to wait till he gets a little closer and freeze that Inferno Tower on the other side, I would think.
Yeah, he already used the Grand Warden's invincibility, so... This was very close to being a no-star, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah, and nothing's getting in the middle. I mean...
Yeah. Like, this guy barely 2-starred this. He barely did it.
Oh, yeah. He was at 48.
Yeah, the last hit from the warden.
Yeah.
That was...
He wouldn't have destroyed the town hall. It would have been a 0.
That was so close. A very good defense by Jarrett. You know, you can't... It's like a coin flip at that point. You can't really blame him at all, and I just commend him his defense for almost 0-starring the Town Hall 11 attack.
Right. Well, guys, we have a new segment that we're gonna introduce here on this one. We're gonna call it Counselor's Corner. What we're gonna do here is we're gonna look at some of our lower level attacks, and for the benefit of not only the people that are watching our videos, but the people on the team that watch our videos, we're going to kind of go through their attacks, critique them a little bit, maybe give them some opinions on what they could do differently to kind of improve that. And we've picked 3 of them out today, kind of almost like a bad, a better, and a decent, I guess. I don't know what I'd claim them as category-wise.
The good, the bad, and the ugly?
Yeah, sure, that works.
I call it the good, the bad, and the ugly, my friend.
Yeah, we have an attack that didn't do anything. We had an attack that could have done a little bit better, and we had an attack that did win 100%, but could have been done completely differently. So we'll start with the bad. Carnage, take us right in.
I'm actually, Dan, I'm going to start with the ugly. So we're going to go into X10 power.
Yeah, that'll
My
work.
buddy Nick. This was his attack on their number 20. It's a Town Hall 8. Now, he does a good job of getting this dragon to come out, but he threw away a couple archers there for no reason. All he had to do was, once the dragon came out, just put that archer over at the builder's hut like he did. Now he's surrounding it. Cool beans. It's good.
Right.
He shouldn't have dropped the dragon, I don't think. They did not want to go toe-to-toe with each other, because his clan castle dragon just lost half health. Now he's got 3 lightning potions. Dan, please tell me why he's got 3 lightning potions.
Well, he shouldn't, but if he's going to have lightning potions, as you've seen from our upper level dragon attacks, you're going to want to use those to get rid of anti-air before your dragon gets near them. So generally, if your only dragon is your clan castle dragon, you're going to want to kill that anti-air before you drop that.
You mean before it hits the dragon about 3 or 4 times?
Yeah, I mean, that's probably not a bad idea.
All right.
Because, I mean, now your dragon's dead, and you have your giants, which are going to do some work, but they're walking right into all of the defense of the base at the same time. He has 10 wizards. He hasn't done anything with yet.
See, here's what I would suggest for Nick: healing potions instead of lightning. When your giants are hitting the wall, just drop a healing potion, and those giants will never die. With your wizards kind of behind them on the corner, they can pick off, like, as soon as the wizard tower and the archers start attacking the giants, you drop a healing potion for the giants and set the wizards up to start cleaning up that bottom area.
Right, you can see that those wizards are coming in and just getting annihilated. Now, if you rewind it, which we're not going to do, but you can see on the video where those giants made it through the walls and were kind of up against that wall with all the cannons and everything firing on them. If he would have dropped his wizards around that area at that point, I mean, that would have been an improvement. They probably would have been able to take out a lot of that defense.
Yeah, but I do think that Nick has learned a lot, but that was a very sloppy hit, and I think it was just his spells, really. Like, the lightning spells didn't do anything for him. Not at all. So if I were him...
I don't even think they fully destroyed that anti-air that he was trying to get.
Oh, they did. They did. He threw 3 in that one area. It certainly died. It's just it already had hit the dragon 3 or 4 times first. So I would suggest to Nick, like I said, you did a good job with getting the clan castle dragon out there. I would also not waste your dragon to hit it, because you don't want your dragon to get hit by the other dragon. You could have your archers surrounding it. And your archers aren't your biggest damage dealers there. That dragon will do more damage to this base than any of those archers do, for the most part. Now, and then you got some healing potions instead of those lightning potions, and then you can go to work. And heal those giants as they're going is what I would recommend. Overall, was not the worst thing in the world, but definitely could have been much better.
No, he's definitely improved from the days where he just dropped all his troops on the side of the base and kind of hoped for the best.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we're getting somewhere.
It could have been a lot better. So here's the bad. I'm going to call this one the bad. This is Simply's hit on number 19, which I'm going to point out quite a lot of our guys went after this base in a very similar fashion. Dragons and all that stuff. But they all did about the same wrong thing. So what I'm going to point out here is that he did do the right thing. He dropped lightning potions to kill an anti-air, yes. But now he's putting the dragons in the top left corner, which is not a really good way to go about this base, because it's going to have the air sweeper are going to come into play and knock those out of the way, and give these anti-air cannons that are left a century of time attacking these dragons.
Right, your general rule for dragon attacks, if you're going to go after the anti-air, is you want to almost, I mean, this isn't go true for everything, but I try to go for the one that's furthest away from where I want to attack. Because you can see this base, it started with you could have almost started them from the bottom, and got rid of the one on the top. You would be attacking into the sweeper, but you would have a lot more time to get rid of the anti-air, where now the 2 in the middle are still there, and that sweeper's pushing you away the whole time.
That is another good way you could do the attack. You either want to attack along the line of the sweeper, or you want to attack where both the anti-air would be, so you can easily take them out, and eliminate a far away anti-air that would be kind of at the tail end of the fight. Now, I don't know if you noticed, Dan, but he lured out the dragon, but then he clumped all of his archers together in one spot. So the dragon was able to do a couple breaths and eliminate all the archers before they could kill it. Now, the archers came within a couple hits of killing the dragon, but I think he had something like 60 or 40 archers that all just died to the dragon. When they could, if he would have just, surrounded it, it would never have been a problem. Yeah, 40 archers went down to the dragon.
Yeah, so I mean, again, not a terrible attack by any means, but just there was a different way to go about it, as there usually can be, and at this level, I don't want to say it makes more of a difference than it does at the bigger levels, but generally at these lower levels, you don't have extremely powerful stuff to use for this type of thing. So if you don't deploy your troops correctly, they're going to get destroyed, and you're going to be out of firepower before you can finish a base.
Yes, absolutely. And what I have told some of the guys in the clan that I was telling him how to lure the dragon out of the clan castle, they didn't know that it'll just follow any unit no matter where it is. They thought it was kind of confined to the radius of the clan castle. No.
Right.
So, you know, there's a lot to be worked there. And as I told them, I said, your biggest enemy when you're a low level in a war is the clan castle unit. And dealing with that effectively so you have enough units left over to take out the rest of the base. Because the rest of the base typically isn't that bad.
Well, because the base is going to be more along the player's level, where your clan castle is generally going to be filled by your top level players.
Yeah.
You know, so level 5 dragons, level 5 this, level 5 that. You know, that's where your dragons are level 2, and it's just not going to turn out well.
Right. All right, so we're going to finish off with the good. And this is Zephyr, who's actually one of the guys that suggested we do something like this to help out some of our lobies that are learning. And so we're going to take a look at his second attack on number 16. So this is
another dragon attack, as we've seen. This level's kind of there, and he decides to just kind of triple team the dragon, which is fine. You know, one of his dragons did take a pretty big hit from that, but the biggest mistake you can see right away, guys, is you have these lightning potions for a reason. You're bringing these with you to get rid of as much anti-air as possible before you deploy your troops.
Yeah, I mean, he's hanging on. And here again, I would criticize. Well, it looks like he was able to eliminate the one in the right corner before it did any damage to any of the air. So I'd say you deployed it correctly. Now I'm sure he can't.
With leaving that one alive that you leave on the left is you're attacking right into a sweeper. So depending on what you're attempting to do at the base, I mean, obviously everybody wants the 3-star, but that sweeper is going to push you away from the town hall for a while and give stuff a little. This base doesn't have a whole lot to attack back, unfortunately, for the holder of this base. So once those were gone, it was kind of just a matter of time.
Yeah, looking through this attack, I'd say with his level troops and what he had to work with, I don't think at his level he is able to be gifted a spell, so he can't get like an earthquake or anything like that. So using 3 lightning to take out 1 anti-air was very important. It was actually a very good attack by Zephyr. Very well thought out. He's got 7 dragons left over, I think. Yeah, 7 dragons left over. So yeah, just overall very solid, very good. This is what we talk about when we have a war. When our guys like this can just clean it up. Because theoretically, if you really look at a 20-on-20, theoretically, numbers 1 through 10 should be able to, with their 2 attacks, do well.
They should be able to, in a perfect world, they'd be able to do everything.
So if you can get extra hits, if you can get 3-stars from your 11 through 20, that just allows your top 10 to focus more on their top 10 and what needs to be done. As I said, a big reason we won this war was because you guys stepped up. Peanut, you stepped up. Quite a few people stepped up to allow Dizzy to do an attack that ended up being the best attack on their number 1, which ultimately ended up winning the war for us. So, very good job to you guys on what you've been doing.
Well, like I said, the more I watch and the more I play, I seem to be. I mean, it's not a mystery to me. I mean, I've been a gamer for my whole life, so if I play a game long enough, I'm probably going to get better at it, I would hope. This one's taken me a little bit longer because this type of game's not really ever been in my wheelhouse, mobile games and that type of stuff. So it's a different type of learning, but I like it.
Oh yeah, I really like this game. It's like active chess.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, my stuff's going to be better than your stuff, even though we have the same stuff. I mean, it's really interesting strategies, I think.
And that's really all I got for you, Dan. I hope you enjoyed the Counselor's Corner today.
I did. I like new sections. You know, if you guys have any other suggestions of things that you maybe want to see in the videos, if there's something we're leaving out that you like, if you want to see more defenses or more good attacks or more bad attacks, if you want to see us make fun of how bad my attacks usually are, I mean, that's totally cool. Just send us a message or leave a comment on the video, anything like that, and we'll try our best to incorporate that. On that note, I don't think Carnage has anything else for us, so on behalf of him and myself, Daddy P Not 3D, this has been the Roundtable, brought to you by Lzuruha. We'll see you next time.